Good morning, it's Angie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. So all my videos are for entertainment purposes only. This is still discussing the Nancy Guthrie case. Now, I did not watch the halftime regarding Bad Bunny. I just wasn't interested. I really wasn't interested in a lot of football yesterday. Keep in mind, Canada is a bilingual country, and it feels like that whole, I heard about Bad Bunny. Is it Bad Bunny? It feels to me, I say the word feel. People get offended if you have feelings. Feelings are not facts. But I did not watch it, and it feels to me that that was a little bit of a political situation there. Now, I'm blooming where I'm planted. I made a huge mistake. For those that are following my channel and know that I shut down my former channel, Angie's Tea and Tarot, I made a huge mistake, a huge blunder. I should have followed the YouTube way to have rebutted the thumbnail copyright strikes. I made a huge mistake because I had over 1,000 subscribers, and I just made a mistake. So anyways, I'm trying to get over that. And thank you to a YouTuber out there that kind of explained how simple it was, or how simple it is if you do get a channel strike regarding posting somebody else's mug on your place, on your channel. Okay, so today is the deadline. This feels like this might be a little bit of a longer video, but today is the deadline for the Guthrie ransom note. This possibly could be a Chuck E. Cheese event. Now, because the guy that was arrested, Derek Kalula, I think that's his name, he was the one that was arrested for sending the false ransom note to Annie and Tomas. I don't even know their last names. So I'm just curious as well how he would have access to them in the first place. There's definitely a path crossing. Now I'm going to try to articulate this dream, okay? Because Spirit works through people, Spirit works through dreams. And we do have an Italian involved here, because it feels to me that this was kind of done in what they did to Nancy Guthrie is kind of has mafia kind of style all over it. Very, very brutal. I just don't feel that I don't think, if people feel more comfortable if I say that, I don't think Nancy Guthrie is going to return. Now, I'm going to tell you this dream that I had. Pay attention to the dreams. Now, I know it's not me, but Spirit works through people. But wherever I was, you may not even be interested in knowing my dreams, but let's move along here. But wherever I was in this bathroom, and I was with my husband, and the bathroom needed renovations. Okay, like it had tiles that were popped off of it. And I was extraordinarily angry that my husband hadn't got anybody to renovate the bathroom. And I was so angry with him. And I remember yelling at him and saying that I'm going to get it done myself. And I was so angry that I felt like I wanted to slap him across the face. Okay, fast forward to the next scene, because this is what happens with these dreams. It's like you're looking through a camera, and then the next scene could be because it's Valentine's Day coming up on Saturday. The next scene was that my husband was giving me a beautiful bouquet, but and there was a bunch of roses. I'm not going to touch that camera because it could be cold in here, but there was a bunch of roses being delivered to me, and one basket in particular was saved for a beautiful event that I was going to be attending, like a very private Valentine's Day event. Then I heard somebody didn't take it seriously, because it felt like this is somewhat similar that happened to, because then I heard somebody didn't take a death threat seriously, okay? Because that's what happened in the Tepe case. They did not take the death threats from Dr. McKee seriously, and he had an incredible love-hate for her, because they really do have hate for you, and he took out revenge. They took out the revenge. This feels like this was revenge, and wouldn't surprise me, because everybody is honing in on Annie. Annie looks like she knows something, and she's petrified in that last video. Maybe she's petrified that she knows that who did this and why they did this. And if they did this, it's either a love interest or it could be an unpaid because Italians know how to do a lot of renovations, okay? Because I'm thinking of Tommaso. I might take one from my Matteo deck later. Anyways, I'm going to take one after. Okay, so I have another deck here. So that's kind of like the message here, okay? So this is sort of like weaving in and out. It wouldn't surprise me if one of those family members, either, is there a Vanessa here? But either somebody possibly out of the brother and Savannah and Annie and the brother might have been having, I hate to say this, because there's always a twist, but maybe somebody was going out on another spouse, and somebody, I hate to say that, but there's somebody here wearing a mask. Let's just put it that way. And this is all about victimology, okay? There's somebody that has a wicked temper in one of those two sisters. And this was like really nasty, because it's not me. You know, I've said my prayers, and I healed from narcissistic abuse. And part of narcissistic abuse is having your emotions through the rails, through the roof. We see it through, okay, I wanted to say Winston Churchill, but we see it regarding Harry. Harry has like a lot of pollen dust around him, like an incredible bee around him, and she just stings him all the time. Okay, so it's just heartbreaking to think that somebody and possibly they could have hired a hitman to do this. Feels like this is it feels like a little bit mafia style. Okay, so I'm taking one from my crooked teeth deck, okay? I don't know why I had to say that, but there's something very crooked here. I don't know why I had to say that, but I did. Now, this is interesting. I thought about this person. This is triangulation. Triangulation is, person, place, or thing, but it feels like there's possibly either a love triangle or a money triangle. Okay, because I know this particular person, even though they're all dead to me, the spouse that she is with is salt of the earth. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that I feel that regarding Tomas. I don't necessarily feel that regarding Annie, because I'm extraordinarily confused why that, here we go. I get Carter Anderson, Cooper's brother. There's a lot of money here, because I think he, I don't know why I said that, but it feels like this is triangulation. And possibly somebody was, like I said, there's always a twist. And I'm just going to leave it at that for now. It's all about victimology. Maybe this guy was a repeat offender. There's a lot of money around here. And some Italians do have a lot of money. But that's the triangulation card, okay? And that one has a mouth on her. She's nasty, nasty to her spouse, cries fake tears, and doesn't have any children. Well, this is the one that has a lot of money. It could be from Mexico. There's a lot of money involved here, right? So this is the one that cries fake tears. This one too is facing a lawsuit out there, or criminal charges. That's what it feels to me, that this is that guy, Derek. And maybe he is the key to this case. And maybe this case will unravel. Because that's very, very confusing why he would have access to Annie and Tomas' cell phone. Okay, so we'll see what comes out of the Guardian Angel deck. There was lots of roses in my dream, okay, because I live in a wonderful, I'm very comfortable, but this is about economic. There's something economics here, okay? And this could be regarding gamblers. I walked away from a bunch of gamblers, okay? And but that's my Aloha card, because I did land in a wonderful place. I landed in a wonderful place, like aesthetically. It's beautiful in this part of Canada. And we are bilingual, okay? French and English. What I saw, what I heard about, you know, it's just, anyways, I'm not going to bring that up today. This could be, it feels like this was an even Steven situation. I'm going to get even with you. And they could have honed in around Tomas and Annie's life. Maybe some unpaid debts. And whoever it was most likely knows that they're sitting on something here, and they maybe didn't pay attention to some death threats. Because I'm being compared, it's telling me that it's a little bit of a comparison that what happened in Spencer Teppe's case. They didn't pay attention to the elephant in the room, and it feels like that's the same thing. When you don't pay attention to the elephant in the room, then somebody ends up being the elephant in the tomb. That's just figuratively speaking. This is the Italian, well, also the Italian stallion out there, but I'm talking today about, this is Victimology, okay? This is an Italian card here. This one, there's something with this Italian, okay? And this one does work, like, you know, renovations, or something to do with street work, or you become a little bit more streetwise when you've been abused a lot. But that one, you know, this could have been a job, like an Italian job, done on the inside. It felt to me like Annie was shaking in that last video. She was like petrified on many reasons, that somebody's going to find out what went on behind closed doors. I'm not really suggesting that she was going out on Tomas, but there could be some unfinished renovation here. There could be some unfinished renovation, like pay up, maybe some kind of a debt here. Whatever it was, they didn't take it seriously. And in some of these cases, or some of these revenge, this is brutal. It feels like this has got an Italian mafia style all over it. Yeah. This is the teacher card, okay? We know that Tomas is a teacher. This case is full of twists and turns. The storm is coming. It feels like there's going to be more things coming because the deadline is today, 5 o'clock. I don't even know, Eastern Standard Time, who knows? But this is the teacher card. I think they already brought in that maybe this is, I don't even want to say those words. I don't always say everything, okay? But this is my Road to Hana card. Okay, my Road to Hana card is where there's always twists and turns. And this card as well is somebody here had a severe temper. A female here had a severe temper or has a severe temper. So there's something here with a female's temper. Okay, so let's take one from my Guardian Angel deck. Person, place, or thing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. There could be a red herring. A red herring, for those that don't know, is a piece of information that is misleading. Okay, and the smoking gun is an absolute, no fail, is an absolute piece of evidence. Okay, so something with a steady diet here. Okay, steady diet. I'm sorry, I just love it. Slow and steady wins the race here. But I've said I've walked away from some highly addictive people. And you can have a temper. You can have a temper like Harry, okay? When you are suffering narcissistic abuse, your emotions are elevated. Okay, I'm not calling anybody a narcissist here, but somebody here definitely has a temper. And I had a temper, okay? So, but you learn to regulate your emotions when you are away from all these stinging bees around you. That's what I had. They're like terrorists, okay? That's what it felt like for me. And I managed to create these cards to help other people understand that you can have an incredible life. You can have, this is your freedom of choice. Because if you were raised in a narcissistic family, you don't have a choice. Because you're surrounded by, well, you become either empathic or a narcissist. But there's somebody here in this circle that is lying. Like I said, it's going to take a lot for them to comprehend what happened to Nancy, and we'll see in the days to come. Okay, so I've got some things to do, but I'm going to take one from I call this the other one. This is definitely an Italian job. There's something here with an Italian around it regarding Tomas and Annie. I just have to let the cards speak for themselves. This person had a horrible temper as well. This could have been a con job or a job like unfinished renovation. And it can come. It can absolutely come from, this revenge could have been coming from Italy. Okay, it could. We don't know because we don't have too much information yet, but something still stinks. Okay, I don't even know. I'm not taking my shaman cards out today. These are very, very. I just love this deck, but I'll do another. I'll pull a card another time. I'm just going to continue with my regular routine here. But it feels like there's a lot of money involved here. And I think this was revenge in a brutal way. And something that they're never going to forget. Something, and it could be that somebody in that family can be keeping that secret until the day they die. Right? Because we know narcissists love to keep secrets. This is Sneaky Yanni card, okay? This person as well did renovations, okay? They lie about it. They hide things. And there's somebody sneaking around here, either intimately or financially. You don't want to have these people in your life, okay? If you have this type of person in your life, you're going to suffer. And that one has a wicked temper too. And something lying, okay? Lying, cheating, stealing. They're going to probably uncover a little bit more. This is about victimology. And a lot of times, the one that is pretending to be the victim is the one that is the culprit behind this, okay? So thanks for being here. I'm taking one from my Challenger deck because it's extraordinarily challenging to not only walk away from these types of family members, but to keep away. And I like to say, sting when necessary. Okay, so have a wonderful day where you are. I love this card. This is my significant distance card, changes in attitude. This always reminds me of the Eagles out in Big Bear Valley. We see, this is sunny, okay? Is it sunny? Oh, anyways, it's all about poetic justice, okay? Because I am still watching Jackie and Shadow, and but that is a wonderful card. You know, it truly is. Changes in attitude, changes in latitude. So perhaps they will uncover something regarding Tomas in this case, and there's possibly a bigger connection with that Los Angeles guy or the California guy, Derek, that they arrested. So that's all I have for today. Like, subscribe if you wish. There's no live today. So I guess we'll just have to see. There's definitely no contentment around a narcissist whatsoever. This story keeps unraveling, okay? So it could definitely be a, well, I'm really going to title this Opposites Attract, Then They Attack. So, and it could also be the F around and find out. Take care. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you when we see you. It's all done. Enjoy.